The next morning I fed parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme and went for a walk to find out what that thud was. What I found nestled in the grass was something that the Aborigines love to eat and always have for thousands of years. And you can only find them in Australia and they taste fabulous. The bunyanut. Some of the big ones can weigh up to 18 kilos, so no wonder I heard the thud from my tent. I googled how to cook bunyanut and found out in the process that they are full of protein.
It's a little bit like coconutty, a little bit starchy, sort of like a raw potato. So I think I'll boil these up. I'll boil them, I'll make a fire and I'll put some on the fire. Okay, so I've got my bunyanuts and these ones have been soaking in the water for about 3 days now, so hopefully they're nice and soft and I can open them up. So just bite. Looks like they're ready. Huh? I'm not going to do it too hard. Actually it just opened up like really easy. Just got to kind of open it up, see? Hang on. I need to get a little knife, I'll be back in a second. Oh, there we go. I've got a banana leaf as well actually because I'm going to put my bunyanuts in so that they don't get all dirty. So then I just put the knife in here behind it, nice and soft, give it a wiggle. There we go. So these ones have been boiled actually. So I put them in on the stove and I boiled these for about an hour and a half on good heat, you know, a good boil. And then put them in the bucket here for 3 days in a bucket of water, make the shell nice and soft. So I heard that the Aborigines, they used to wander through here like a long time ago and head north like once every 4 years or so to eat bunya pines, bunya nuts when the season was in. And one thing I did hear that they used to do, the guys, see in the middle here how there's like a little stalk kind of thing. So they take these out, right, and not eat that, because they reckon that if you eat too many of them, you'll go sterile. I don't know. I've had all the kids I need to have, so I don't really mind. But just so you know, the young fellas, maybe take them out. I don't think it matters if you just eat a few of them, but if you're eating like they used to eat like bucketfuls of them, you know, for months, so it's probably a good idea to. And sometimes you get a rotten one, and you know they're rotten when they taste like pool hair. 30% of your DNA is actually made for your sense of taste and your sense of smell. Like 30% of your whole existence goes towards your taste and your smell sense. So that's a really good indication that it's a good idea to trust your nose. Your nose knows. You don't want to eat rotten bunyanuts. I think it's not good for you. You can make flour out of these. You can dry them out and make flour. I might even try to pickle some as well. But I'm going to stir fry some here. But these ones here, these are raw, okay? So what we're going to do with these is we're going to put these on the coals. But you got to bust them open first, because if you don't bust them open, they kind of explode. And I'll show you what that's like. I'm going to have to put on my protective gear in a second. But you can just use a hammer. You've got to hit it a bit of a hit. Yeah, you can hear that little crack. It's got a kind of crack in the middle, because then it won't explode. So you can use a hammer, or you can use a stone. You've had a game of crack. Or you can just use a bit of wood. But as long as you got that crack, see? Then you can pop them in the fire. So we'll just get all these cracked and I'll put them in the coals in a second. Okay, so it's really important to smash your bunyanuts so they split open before you put them on the coals. And I'll show you why. Alright. It's always good to have your protective gear when you're doing experiments up in the Weedy garden or in your own garden. Right? If you're a little kid, then ask your dad to help you. Or we'll just put a handful in, okay? Right? We'll make a little hole here in the nice little heat here, and then we'll just put a handful in and we'll cover them back up. It doesn't happen straight away, so you don't have to be afraid. You just have to be careful. Alright? I'll cover them up with nice big hot coals. And we'll see what happens. Oh! So that's why you got to break them open, so they've got a little crack in the end of them, so that pressure can escape, okay? So they don't explode, and put holes in your tent. Right there. I'm so glad the koala kept me awake the other night. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to enjoy this.
So on day 40 or something, I only needed to eat about 20 more kilos before I could say that I ate my own weight in food. 95 kilos from the garden, plus a nearby bunyatree. A dried food, a smoked food. So how you do it, I reckon. A pickled food. I was actually getting plenty of protein and nutrients. I was still tired. I don't think it had anything to do with what I was eating. I think it was the heat. I did this experiment in the middle of summer, and some days would get beyond 38 degrees, so to fix this problem, I'd go for a swim. To celebrate my last supper, the final kilograms of the 95, I invited some friends. I wanted to celebrate.
Onions, just a bit of honey from the hive. Yeah.
And it's real good with Alex's hot sauce. Real good. Alex's hot sauce, real good with the fritters. Yeah. Dude, no, Alex made some fermented hot sauce, dude. It's so good on the fritters. It's in there, man. It might be finished, I don't know.
I wanted to celebrate, to give thanks to the grandeur of existence. The insects who pollinate this beautiful food, the microbes who feed the plants it comes from, the sun, all of it, the water out of the sky, the whole Mother Earth under my bare feet. A few days after the experiment was over, it rained and rained and rained. The roads in all directions were cut off from town for a couple of weeks. We had no power, no internet, no access to the shops for about 2 weeks. The helicopters were coming in with food to some people, but we had plenty up here in the Weedy garden. And more than enough to share with neighbours.
Right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes.
It was worth the effort. Not only did I learn the capacity of my garden and myself, I also feel more mellow than I ever have. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope it inspires you to get your hands dirty and connect with the earth under your feet. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you later.